Hello, welcome to Crafting Joy. I'm Kim.
And I'm Jordan. And we are making a YouTube channel that focuses on everything craft. We have a little bit of cooking. What are some things that you are wanting to talk about?
Cross stitch, bracelets, crochet, quilting. I'm not positive that's everything. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah. I want to get into quilting some more. So I have a Bible cover that I'm wanting to do, potentially like a tablet sleeve, and then also I like to cook and I like to bake, so I'll have short, simple little recipes that beginners are able to accomplish. So that's about our channel. And what are you wanting to get started on first?
Well, I brought some cross stitching stuff I've worked on. It's in that bag if you want to grab it.
Okay.
And I'll show it. I feel like we have an audience.
Oh, we do.
My mother's watching us. But she won't be in it, she says.
She will, though.
Yeah, eventually.
She will.
She will. Okay.
Somewhat.
So, I am married to my second husband, and we together have 10, almost 11 grandchildren.
Yes.
And 7 of those are girls. So what I'm doing is I'm making them a cross stitch pillow with their name. I don't have them pillows yet, but I have included some of the step grandchildren too, so that really makes 9. I forgot. But anyway,
There's too many to keep
Yeah.
up with. Yeah.
So here is Amelia,
It's pretty purple.
and here's Emery somewhere. Where is it?
Yeah.
Olivia. Everly. Avery.
You've really done a lot of them pretty quick.
Yeah. Reagan. She's a mess. Everson.
A lot of E's, too.
And Emmeline. And then I have 2 more to make. One is for another granddaughter, Lakin, her oldest. And she's my daughter, by the way.
I think they could tell that, though.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah. So, and then I'm making her stepsister's little girl one, Autumn.
Yeah, Autumn, my niece.
And so,
my beautiful niece.
I just haven't done that one yet. And I don't have names of who these are from or what kind, but I can try to get that for you next time we talk. But I've been working on this house.
That is so pretty.
It's called Christmas House, but I don't know. I can't remember who it's
I
from.
love the gradient in colors in the windows, making it look like, it's coming from a candle.
Yeah.
That is so cute. And you just got a little bit more right there to do.
No, it's got a snowman on one side of it, and I did not leave enough room. So we'll just have to see what I can do. If I just do the house, then it's still going to be cute.
Right.
And I'll do the whole thing another time. I got that.
So are you looking to do some videos that is up close of you cross stitching? Like,
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then this one I worked on, and it's all screwed up. So I messed up big time on it. And so I have restarted it. But this is the old one. It's Ginger Man. It's a Christmas gingerbread house.
Yeah, that's so cute. I like the colors in it.
so far, this is all I've got done, and I did it on a green Ada. That's all I've got done so far because I started it
It may look a little...
last night, I think.
Oh, wow.
Or this morning. Might have been this morning I started it. And then I have, I can't show that one because that's a gift. That's a gift. And then my granddaughter Lakin loves cheetah print.
Anything cheetah, leopard,
Yeah.
a tiger, not necessarily zebra, but very much.
This is going to
big
be
cat.
a leopard.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I'm going to give it to her, but I can't give it to her until I have her something for her sister.
So true.
Because she would.
I wish jealousy was not a thing.
And I'm going to show this one, and Jordan has not seen this one or heard about it because it's for her.
Okay. Should I not
No,
look?
you can look.
Okay.
Because just don't look yet
Okay.
till I get it up. Okay, now you can look.
Oh, that is so pretty.
She loves
I
sea
love
turtles,
sea turtles.
and she loves green.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We need
green and
something
sea
to put
turtles are
behind
my
it.
favorite. Yes, that is so pretty. It looks also a little festive because of how
it's
the
a
pattern
lot.
is.
It's gonna have a lot of turtles.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You see these little
Look,
turtles?
little baby turtles.
These little turtles at the top. It goes
baby.
all the way across,
I love
and
the
it has
beach.
another one.
I just love turtles. I love sea turtles.
That
I
was
love the
gonna be a
beach.
surprise, but since we started this channel, I decided to
Here we go. Yeah.
have it on
That's
here.
exciting.
And then I've done this. I'm not through with it. I've got to do the back stitching. But it's of a Christmas tree.
That's pretty. Yeah. I like
You
the
can just barely
simplistic-
see it.
Yeah.
But it's the back stitching, it'll pop.
Right.
Makes it pop.
I just like it simple like that.
Oh,
In a
but the
way.
back stitching is the same color.
Mm.
So it really makes it look good.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm making this. This is the last one I have to show. I think these are just, they're nothing. I mean, there's nothing on them.
They're not.
Okay. And I started this, and I haven't finished it.
Ooh, that is very, very
gonna have-
pretty. I love the blue and white.
Yes.
That is so in right now, too. Lots of blues and whites.
So I started this, and I think it's going to be pretty when I get it done.
Right.
I have trouble working on the same thing all the time because I worked on this all at one time, and I was so tired of looking at blue. So I had to swap to something else. So I swapped to the turtles. Then I got tired of looking at the green. But the green is not the same green. There's 5 different colors of green. So maybe next time I'll have more to show on some of those. But that's all I have today.
Yeah. And I don't have anything to show today. But, actually, I do. I do. 1 second.
She was supposed to be prepared, but sometimes that don't happen. So we're just waiting for her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So it's the thing of, raise your hand if you love a good Hobby Lobby run present. Alright, so, all of a sudden, I thought about, getting more into reading the Word of God. And I have 3 children that love to get where my Bible is. And if there's a liquid, hey, how about let's just spill that right quick so Mama can freak out. So I need something to to catch that liquid before it hits my Bible so I don't ruin my Bible. So I did have a Bible cover at one time. Guess what? Spilled milk. It sat for too long. We're not washing that, dude. We're chunking it because I feel like it it was over with. Anyways, getting more into the Word of God, and I thank God for allowing me and to putting that want into my heart. So I was decided, let's make a Bible cover. I don't want to buy one because every time I look on Amazon, they don't have the fabrics that I like. So
Right.
let me just be
Me
able
either.
to, yeah. So let me just go to Hobby Lobby. Who don't like going into Hobby Lobby? Let's pick out some fabric. And we're just going to quilt up some of this fabric and then just make us a Bible cover. Bam, bam, bam. Something that I want, something that I need to protect my Bible, and also something fun to do with my mama and my memo. Hello. Hello. So anyways, these are the fabrics that I picked out. Love this one. My favorite color is green, and I love this burnt orange and that light pink in those flowers.
It's real pretty.
Gorgeous. Love that. That was my number one pick.
Reminds me of fall.
Yes, and I'm a fall person. Hello. So also, I'll love this one again with the green. I'm not like crazy about daisies. However, it has that burnt orange in the middle that I love that goes so well with this. So I'm really wanting to quilt these two fabrics together for my outer. And then I got one more fabric.
Did you say what you were making?
Yeah, the Bible cover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then like inside, I'm going to have this burnt orange, and then like it's like a cream. I don't think it's white, but it's like a creamy white that goes along with all of these colors. So anyways, these are the three fabrics that I have, and I will be looking in Memo's magazines that she gets or she once got in the mail. We're going to pick out like a small version of quilting these two fabrics together for my outer. And I'm not really worried about my inner fabric. But I'm really excited to do that. Haven't picked that out, but I'm sure I will pick that out by the next video.
You bought too much for...
Yes, I bought too much for my Bible cover. However, once I do get into making a sleeve for like a tablet, or because I know my sister Mackenzie, she loves daisies, okay? I don't think she's necessarily a green person. She's more of a gray person, but it is such a muted green that it almost borderlines to gray, you know, especially if you just slightly colorblind. We're going to get there. But she loves daisies, so I can make stuff for her as well. And she is a one that she loves all kinds of techie gadgets. So she has her iPads. She has a computer. It's herself. And she has obviously a Bible. So whatever I don't use, I'm not trying to be wasteful. I'm going to make something for Mackenzie because I know she loves daisies. And my stepsister Kate, she loves that burnt orange. I mean, she named her daughter Autumn. So all these colors are so her. So I mean, it's me wanting to make a Bible cover for myself first and foremost because I want to protect my Bible. But second, hello, I'm getting a yard apiece. It was only $18 after the 30% off because you know how Hobby Lobby does. And it's just gifts. All I have to do is spend time, pick out my patterns, and go from there. And so for $18, I have plenty of projects that I'm able to accomplish.
And also, I wanted a Bible cover.
Mm-hmm.
And at first she had wanted to get an old quilt.
Yes.
And
I wanted to so bad.
Cut it up
Mm-hmm.
and make a Bible cover.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when she couldn't find any that
I
she could afford.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. I went to multiple flea markets and thrift stores, guys. I went through there, and you know, you can tell when it's a newer quilt that might be like a amateur pattern. Nothing's wrong with that. I just love it. Somebody got in there and did a pattern. You know, that they learn a new
quilt blocks.
Yeah, just quilt blocks. Yeah. Just something simple. I'm glad they did it. However, you know when it has been done in the past few years versus those old vintage quilts. I actually found some. And I go to look, and they're a little bit ratty-tatty, you know. You can tell they have been worn, but that's character. That's what makes it beautiful in my eyes. $135. And I'm like, I've got to buy groceries this week. So that was not an option. However, if somebody goes and buys that quilt, oh, that would make so many beautiful, they can make so many things out of that old quilt. However, it's not to just tear apart a quilt. It's more so, instead of just looking at it, letting it sit up in a flea market or in someone's closet, let's utilize it, bring life back into it, and just cherish it while we can, instead of just letting it sit in a closet. That's my main thing. I would love to be able to utilize it, even though it might not be in perfect condition. But who wants a perfect condition everything all the time? I don't. I want character to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she made me want one, a Bible cover.
Yeah.
And so I thought of, my mama died when I was 6 years old, and she has some quilt blocks, and so my mama has them now. So I asked her if I could use some of those quilt blocks to make me a Bible cover, and she said yes, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she said yes.
Yeah.
Did you say yes? Okay, she said yes. I mean, they've been sitting in, I'm 53. They've been sitting since I was 6 years old when she passed away. So it's time to do something with them.
Yes.
And I don't think it's enough of them to do a quilt, is it? It's not enough of them. I don't think it is. And then again, when I look at them, I may decide I don't want that, but I think I do. I think I do. Because I remember a little bit about what they look like. They've just been put up.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to let Jordan make that one for me after she messes up hers.
Yes. Let me do a quick run on, trying to figure it out with these fresh fabrics before I ever cut into something that is truly vintage. You definitely want to try and see if we can do it on less sentimental fabrics, or less sentimental things that you can just go and buy. I'm not fully confident in what I can and cannot do. I'm not fully confident in, however, I have made one quilt before. It was
you should have brought it.
Yeah, I need to finish it. But I've only made one quilt before, and I hand quilted it and everything. I didn't ship it off, and that was really fun. However, there's a lot there's always room for improvement. So, anyways, gonna try to do it with fresh fabrics before we dive into Mama's quilt blocks. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
We don't want you messing up.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up. But anyways.
Okay, did you want to talk about cooking?
Yeah, okay, so my thing is I want to do some quilting. I'm not a crocheter. You're not going to find me crocheting. I just have a feeling
She doesn't do anything I do except maybe quilt.
Yeah, I'll quilt, and I want to become really proficient in working a sewing machine. However, I'm not a crocheter. I don't have enough time.
How many times you said however in this video?
I don't know. Anyways,
a lot.
Let's see if we can count, in the comments. How many times did I say it? But I like to bake and I like to cook, and guess what? With 3 kids at the house and a husband that don't cook nor bake, we are cooking quick, fast, easy stuff before I hear, Mama, I'm starving down. Please give me food. So we have to fix this stuff really quick. And again, it's something that, a few things that I'm going to be making today, really quick and easy, beginner friendly. Literally your dog can do it. So You know, or your husband. I don't know.
Yeah, your husband can.
I don't know. Coda can make a mean bowl of cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's about it.
With a big bowl.
With a huge bowl. Yeah.
Not a cereal bowl.
No.
Maybe a mixing bowl.
I'm talking about a 3-quart, 4-quart, a gallon sized bowl. Anyways.
And he's not big.
No.
He's tall and skinny.
Brother built like a paper clip. A really tall paper clip. But, hey, look. I'm about to go make a lemon ice box pie. So, anyways, I'm going to go into the kitchen and we'll get started on that. Alright, so I'm making lemon ice box pie. That is a recipe that my great aunt, my Aunt Marie, she gave me. Because look, I was fresh out of high school, knew I needed to fix something for church real quick. Something that wasn't going to take a long time, and you know, it would feed at least 2 people, because let's be honest, it's so good you about can eat half the pie yourself. So what I have for this very simplistic pie is 2 of your 9-inch pie crust. Get whichever you want. It can be name brand. I got Keebler, and I happen to get reduced fat graham crust. I like a graham crust. Some people like the full pecan. Let's get into the nutty pie crust. I like regular graham myself. I'm not a big nut person. However, I got reduced fat. It's not because I'm really caring about it. It's just I need to get a graham crust, and it happened to be right now. Today is a day before Thanksgiving. So yesterday was 2 days before Thanksgiving. You're not going to have a lot of options. But I did get 2 of the 9-inch graham cracker crust, and I got a 16-ounce thing of Cool Whip, or the generic brand is just as good. I just happened to Mama happened to have this already at her house. I got some lemon juice, and then also we have the 14-ounce sweetened condensed milk. Again, it's fat-free. We're not looking to get slim on this here recipe. We're just having to get what we need, and let's get out of Walmart before we have to punch somebody over a turkey. And I'm not that type of person. So anyways, what we're going to do first is I'm going to put my Cool Whip in this mixing bowl. Make sure whenever you start this recipe that your Cool Whip is not still frozen, or it's going to take a while for you to be able to mix this up, especially if you're wanting to hand mix it. The reason why I don't like to use a standard, you know, KitchenAid mixer is because I don't want to over mix it. I still want it to be a little bit fluffy. With adding this lemon juice, it kind of does die down the fluffiness of your Cool Whip. I don't like that. So, anyways, we get all that we can with the whisk. We let Mama eat the rest out of the bowl. Here you go, Mama. And so I'm going to get the sweetened condensed milk, and I'm going to open it up right quick. Very thankful for these things. Alright, got that open. We're going to pour that in. Love this. And this recipe is, I don't know how long Aunt Marie's been using it, but I grew up loving it. We would eat Sunday dinner every Sunday after church, and it's just something that she would bring whenever she went to our church, or like a family reunion. She would make this, and I'm like, ooh, if that's Aunt Marie's lemon ice box pie, you know I want a piece or 2. So anyways, I just throw that in there. The next part, I don't even measure, to be honest with you. Some people like a slight hint of lemon. I like it to be tart. Everyone in our family likes it to be pretty good and tart. So I start dousing it with lemon juice. And whenever I feel like it's too much, it's still not enough type of deal. So we're going to put quite a bit in there. And I can already smell it. And right here on the side over here, I have a bunch of straws. And what I do is, because I'm sharing this recipe with others, lucky them, I am not going to double dip my utensil to taste it. I'm not gonna be awful. I'm not gonna be that person. But anyways, it's about reached the limit of this here mixing bowl. This gorgeous vintage Pyrex mixing bowl that Mama has. One of the primary color Pyrex, and I spilled a little, but that's all right. Nobody's looking.
You think?
Yeah. Anyways, so we'll mix this up a good bit. And Mama's whisk right here, it has that non-stick on it, which is really good one, especially whenever we go to pour it into our pie crust. We'll be able to get everything without having to use a silicone spatula. This already has that silicone on this whisk. Anyway, so it's got to beat that in there a good bit. That I like to get on one of my straws or whatever. See, that's not near enough. I already used that in. So we're going to go in with some more. And again, when we add this lemon juice, it's going to die down the thickness of it. By the end of it, it's going to be pretty, a lot more thin than what it is originally with the Cool Whip. And it almost looks like it's breaking, you know? It looks like it's breaking up, and it looks almost like cottage cheese. But hey, that's just where it starts. That ain't the finished part. So. Look at that. Yeah, I can already tell it's getting more thin. However, that's what we want. Let me see. Other end of the straw. Almost there. I want to add a little bit more because I want my jaw to hurt, okay? Trying to get my jaw to hurt.
So in other words, you about use the whole bottle?
Yeah, this right here is the real lemon juice. It is a 15 ounce, and we probably have used, we'll probably use half of it. 7 to 8 ounces already, I would like to say. Yeah. Like, at the, where do I go to get that? I went to Max, and I got that. And usually I get the smaller one, the generic kind. Max did not have that available, so I'm like, hey, I'm able to make this for church sometime. Let's just go ahead and get the big bottle. So anyways. And this recipe, if you just can't help yourself, go ahead and eat it whenever you get done whisking it together. However, it's always best to throw this thing, in an ice box, in the freezer. Let this thing get a little bit hard. That way it holds its shape real nice like. Let's see, new straw. That's it and everything. Okay. So, got done with that. I'm going to go rinse my hands off because I am just a stickler. Wash my hands about 14 times while I'm cooking. I can't stand it. Okay. Pick up our mess. Pick up as we go. Anyway, so this one over here, I already have it popped and all. We're gonna pull this out. Go ahead and reuse this. However, I like to pull this paper off, I like to get all the sticky stuff, and then I like to hand wash this with soap and water. That way I don't have the outside world getting into my pie. So we're gonna hand wash this with soap and water in a minute. All right, so we're gonna put it in our crust. Alright. Swirl it a little bit, make it real pretty like. Beautiful, beautiful. Put that to the side. Let's make the other one. Odds are this one will be the bigger one. This is the one that you will not serve first at Thanksgiving, okay? Or Christmas, or a family get together. I like to serve the lesser of the two. That way, if someone by chance gets tired of the pie, we gotta make the second pie look more enticing than the first pie. But like, yeah, you about to eat that up. You're about to eat that up. Okay. Anyways, second pie usually has more because I don't wanna cheat it, I guess. Anyways, so I'm going to, after I clean up my lids real nice to make sure we don't have somebody's germs from the outside world onto our pie. We're going to pop these things in the freezer. We're going to have to let Memo eat on this too. Because, you know, Memo likes a little taste test. Make sure I do it right. We're going to pop these in the freezer. I like to do it overnight. Hey, if you want to do it for 2 hours, can't help yourself, got to go dive in it. However, that's just what I do. And I'll have some more quick and easy recipes as well. I think also today we're going to try to do a Rice Krispie treat at home. Some people's done that. We did it growing up a few times. Didn't do it for about 15 years when all of a sudden, hey, we're tired of buying store-bought. And we also like a sweet treat. So, anyways, beautiful pies. Beautiful pies. Let's pop these in the freezer. Get ready for tomorrow's Thanksgiving 2025. Alright, so now we're going to make a quick and easy, let's make our family happy in 20 minutes Rice Krispie treats, okay? It takes about 10 minutes to make, but it can be ready in 20 if you're just dying to have a bite. So, what we're going to do first, we're going to put in a big old pot. We're going to put in a whole stick of butter. Sweet cream, salted butter. I like to use the salted, that way you do have the contrast of you know, it's just not so sweet. It's not so in your face. So I do use a salted butter. Now, when working with this recipe, you always try to make sure when messing with the melted marshmallows, it's going to get plumb sticky. So we need to go ahead and spray our little silicone utensil right here up a little bit. That way we're not worrying about it sticking to all these marshmallows, right? So we're just going to be browning our butter. You can just get it all the way melted is fine, but if you want like a more nuttier taste, we can let it sit there and get a little bit dark or whatever. So anyways, we're going to let that stick of butter go all the way down and melt. And then in this recipe, the usual recipe that I like to fix would be 7 cups of Rice Krispie treat cereal, Rice Krispies, or the generic, and then also 6 cups of the marshmallows. However, my family believes it's not enough, so we're gonna put 7 cups of marshmallows and see if that will suffice. Now, fun trick about this: how do you get your family members to know and to appreciate the dessert without knowing that you tried it beforehand? We're going to put it in a casserole dish today after we are going to pan it up, oil it up, that way it don't stick. And then after it sits for a while, we're going to get a little sliver of it today, and then they're going to get the rest tomorrow whenever we cut it up real nice and pretty, put it on a beautiful platter for Thanksgiving, and everybody gets what they want, okay? We just happen to get it a day early. So, anyways, got our butter melting, okay? I put the eye a little bit more than medium because I don't mind if my butter boils a little bit beforehand, because I like the nuttier taste of butter. That doesn't affect me. So anyways, letting my butter melt all the way down. Also, whenever we put our marshmallows in, that gets to cooking down a good bit, it's going to get really gloopy like. We're going to put a tablespoon of vanilla as well. So, our butter is bubbling up pretty good. Alright, have not turned the heat down just yet. We're about to go in with our 7 cups of small marshmallows. Obviously, you know, cooking down marshmallows, if they're smaller, it'll be easier for it to separate and get all melted down real easy and quick. And because I don't like to use so many dishes, we're going to reuse dishes, guys. No sense in putting these marshmallows in a mixing bowl if we're just using it for that. Hey, we're going to use this here casserole dish, and then we're going to spray it up because that's where the final project for today will be. Now, tomorrow for Thanksgiving, hey, they're not even going to know what this casserole dish is because it's going to be on a pretty platter. They're not going to know part of it's missing. Anyways, got our marshmallows going in here. That's when I'm going to turn the eye down. Okay? And start mixing this up real good. Okay? Already, our marshmallows are melting down real nice. It will, in a way, just deflate, really, because we're just working out all that air inside these marshmallows. Alright. Let that go. I'm going to turn it down all the way to low. And I'm going to get my, it is a teaspoon, guys. I apologize. It's not a tablespoon. It's a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have not tried it with almond. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to try it with almond because this works just as good. So anyways, we got that going in there. We're bubbling a little bit. Okay. Take it off. Just going to turn all the way off now. When you're done, you can always add, you know, bits of chocolate on top of it, sprinkles if you have kids, especially if it's for, you know, a baby shower, stuff like that. So anyways, this is what we're looking at right now. See how those marshmallows have cooked down a pretty good bit? Yes, sir. That's gorgeous. That's what we want. That's what we like to see in this really nice pot we have right here. This Dutch oven of a pot. Alright. Anyways, see, because I oiled my little utensil, that marshmallow's just coming plumb smooth off of there. We don't have to worry about sticking today. Okay, so we're gonna put it in here, right? So let's Pam this real quick. Pamela or olive oil. Hey, they won't know the difference. Now we're gonna put in our Rice Krispie treats. Super simple. And we'll mix this up. I will, however, take this off the eye when mixing all the way. Just stir this up. Make sure you get the bottom of it real good. Fold it back up top. And if you've already done a recipe similar to this, hey, you got a happy family. I know you do. I know mine are always happy. A little bit too happy. Look, last time I fixed this, Kelly was like, hey, you need to double that recipe. Look now. I need a bigger pot, okay? Hello? I need a bigger pot. I'm going to double this recipe. So this time I added 1 more cup of marshmallows, and I will say that makes a huge difference. So 7 cups of marshmallows, 7 cups of that Rice Krispie treat cereal. Man, this is looking gorgeous. If you want even more marshmallows, go ahead and put them in there with it fresh. However, I don't really care to do that, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Making sure all of it's mixed together. few of them probably gonna fall onto the floor. That's all right. We're gonna pour this into our dish. Whose mouth is watering? You know what I'm saying? All right.
You need to explain who Kelly is.
Kelly is my aunt. Kelly is Crafting Kim's sister. Anyways, she will most likely be in our videos sometimes because let me tell you something. Memo and Kelly both are what we go ahead and grab our butter knife because we know we're about to cut into this in a minute, okay? But they both have painted. Kelly is a phenomenal artist and musician, and so she has a lot of crafting projects that she has done, and not necessarily with fabrics and all, but she really has a talent in drawing, painting, and then also just her ability to play music on all sorts of instruments. So anyways, we're going to let this sit for a hot 10 minutes, and we can't see if we can dive on up into it in a little bit, okay? But that's it, really. Add all your toppings if you want extra stuff. And, let me see. Before anybody says anything. That extra cup of marshmallows was great. Okay. I'm sold. Who else is sold? Present. Okay. That's good. I'm excited about that. Anyways, real quick and easy. That's about it on that one. Alright, so for our third and final small, quick and easy dish, this time it's going to be a savory. I just have a really quick, really easy potato casserole. First, we're going to line our pan with some Pamela. Okay? Got all slick and stuff. I forgot about my bacon bits. For this recipe, we do shredded potatoes, cheese, sour cream, bacon bits, onion or onion powder. You can also do green onion if you want. Basically, everything on a baked potato. So anyways, so we have these bacon bits. Okay, I guess that's good. Alright, so pan up those pans. I'm making 2 batches because I gotta make one for my husband's side of Thanksgiving, that's what they wanted, and then one for our side. And this is something that you can make of the day before, pop it in the refrigerator, and you can cook it the day of. So we love a good dish that we can do the day before, so we don't have near as much to do the next day. Alright, so these were in the frozen section. I like to put mine in the fridge when I get home. That way they're not just so hard, because if they're hard still, man, it's hard to mix up. And instead of having to clean up a mixing bowl, hey, let's just mix it up in the casserole dish we're gonna fix it in, you know? Less on us, easier on us. That's the whole point. No sense in stressing when it's Thanksgiving. Alright, so we put 1 thing of shredded hash browns in there, and that was 2 of the 26-ounce bags. Alright, and so I have this sour cream. It's 3 pounds, so I'm not sure if we're gonna, yeah, I think we're just gonna half it per each casserole, because usually I use just a regular size sour cream if I'm only doing 1. But again, Memo had this already here, and we're gonna use up what we have. No sense in buying extra. We already have it. Memo, you gonna want to eat this? I didn't think so. I don't think Memo's gonna eat this. All right. So we have that. So we also have our bacon bits. Okay, you can do fresh bacon if you want to. I like to go real easy with it. Let's just do the bagged. Let's see how much. I about want that much. So I guess I'm just gonna half this 1 bag of bacon bits, and this is the 9-ounce bacon bits bag. Great value at Walmart. Now, optional. Some people like onion. Some people are just like, get that away from me. I don't want anything to do with it. I like a little onion myself. However, I don't like the crunch of onion. So, what you can do with a leftover thing of onion in your refrigerator from a past dish, cut that up real fine if you want to, slap it in there, or you can go in with just some onion powder, okay? So, for this one, I'm just going to do onion powder. No crunch, but you get the seasoning, right? You get that flavor. For this one, I'm going to go in and just add this real onion in it. If you don't want the crunch, but you still want real onion, just saute it first. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I might not use all of what I cut up because I don't know how many people's going to like that at Coda's Thanksgiving. But anyways, do that right there. And then next, we're going to add our cheese. And we're thankful for the sour cream because that's going to be our binder in our casserole. Okay, mound that up real good. Okay, when we got onion powder, when we got real onions in, but not sauteed. Okay, for this stage, instead of going in with a spatula, we're going to use utensils that God has blessed us with, and we're just going to use our hands. But if you prefer to use any utensil, hey, you do that. You do whatever you want. So I just like to gently fold all of this in, especially the sour cream. Do it with no gloves if you don't have gloves. Hey, we got soap and water. We can wash our hands. Anyways, it looks really nasty when we get up in there, but guess what, guys? The final project, hey, they're not going to know I did this, and it tastes phenomenal. It just looks a hot mess, guys. It always looks horrible. But before I pop this in the oven, guys, I always clean up the sides, okay? I don't just make it sit there and look a hot mess, okay? We don't want burnt sour cream everywhere, guys. Anyways, mix this up, and it looks disgusting. It looks like I wouldn't want to get all up in there. However, you know how much faster this is compared to if you're just, oh, let me just get a small little spoon or whatever. Anyways, and you can top this with some more cheese. Excuse the bits that fell out. You know, top it with more cheese and more bacon bits if you have it. Go in with your second one. Do the same thing, kind of mix it up a good bit. I believe one of this is a 9x11 pan and one's a little bit smaller. Don't ask me what size it is because I'll lie to you because I honestly don't know. I hate to look like I'm wasting it, guys. I may not have you put all this mixing in. Put that to the side. Clean up these edges. that up there. Alright, put that right there. Now, we're going to top with more cheese and more bacon bits. Alright. I actually want to put Alright, and after we put our cheese and bacon bits, I like to top this off with some foil. You can put it in your refrigerator for overnight. Pop this dude in the oven tomorrow. I like to cook it on about 400 or 425 for about 45 minutes to an hour. We just like to have a really crispy sides, a little bit dark coloring on top. And hey, you put as much cheese and much bacon bits as you want. This is just about what we do. And here's another meal before we get together. You made the day before and it still tastes fresh the day of. Alright, and that's it. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this first video of me and Mom making our new crafting video series. Hopefully next time we'll have more crafts to do and show a little bit more of my quilting pattern that I'll be doing for my Bible cover. And what are you thinking you'll be doing?
I know I'm going to bring the cross stitch patterns I showed today. I'll have a list of who they came from and and where I got them.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming along and just listening to us just yap about whatever, guys. All right. Y'all have a great evening, great day, and y'all be blessed.
And subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and share, guys. We would love that, and we do appreciate y'all so much. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.